you going? Relax. Don't come in and do it now. This is all we have. Wall here, wall there. Right, wall on wall. So you gotta choose one side. Just lean to the side and roll out. Or lean to the side and roll out. So you're staying within the alley. If the sword is up here, you can't start it. You gotta wait until it starts coming. See?
So it's
Slapping out. Alright, go back where you came. Yes. You know why? Because of momentum. Oh. One. Yeah. Two. Yeah. Three. Yeah. Four. Yeah. Five. Yeah. Is it like this? And back. Say. One. Yeah. Two. Yeah. Three. Yeah. High and low. Eh? One, two, three. Double the fist now. Alright. Double the fist now, make it look different. Yeah. Hey! 6, 7, 8, hold it. 1, come 2. 6, 7, 1, 2. Now. Hey.
yeah, straight. Nice.
Spoil it.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Spoil.
Fix it.
Fix it there.
Good idea. Yeah.
There
No. Yeah, we're talking about the process. It's the process, the integrity of the process is everything. And if you focus on the process enough, it is a meditative thing, because once you're paying attention to something absolutely, the rest it's not disturbing you. You know, your day's not disturbing you. What happened yesterday is not disturbing you. What may happen tomorrow is not disturbing you. And I think that's where the peace comes.
So it's not about winning or losing, it's just doing.
Well, it depends. You don't like to lose.
No, but you see, losing.
I don't like to lose either.
No, but it's the same thing that I said. You cannot, after you reach a level of mind power, losing is not losing. Losing is another opportunity to get to another level. Because none of us are perfect.
That's right.
And there's no system that is perfect.
No, sir.
That is why you have to have feedback within every system to correct whatever goes not wrong, but not the way you want it to go. You know, so each complete system have to have a feedback mechanism to fulfill that obligation. So it's just like saying today you may be able to, for instance, punch through a wall. The same wall tomorrow you just can't. You have to accept that your body's not the same every day. Every minute that you survive, your body changes functions too. So it's a whole dynamic situation of trying to get your mind and body and spirit, keep transcending from one to the next to balance your day. You got to get that unity throughout each day.
And go back to what you said earlier, and that's what's made the teacher a teacher, by understanding the process. Because if he no longer thinks that the process you're going through is a problem, but it's just a process that you got to go through to learn,
Right.
then you got to enjoy the process.
Oh, most definitely. You have to. It's the level of involvement.
All right, and one of the things that jumps out in my head is like we're talking about martial arts, and usually what a lot of people think that, you know, what I need to attain in martial arts is to get to the black belt level, and I'm good. You know, but if you listen to the real masters, getting to the black belt level is just starting to learn. You know, so what some of our colleagues do and break the trend of unity is now commercializing the situation to say, you know what, you want a black belt? That's what you want? Okay, I will give you one and I'll sign a contract with you that you pay me this much money.
Sure.
You come in for so many days.
Sure.
You get the black belt. But the question is, what happens after that?
And even what happens during, because is it an authentic process?
Regardless of whether the process is authentic or not, no. What happens after you get it?
I see.
Because that's what you pay for.
Right. So that was the end goal.
You're at your top of your game now.
Right.
What happens? What are you gonna do next?
Right.
You haven't achieved anything.
You know, I'm not gonna judge where you went, but what are you gonna go next? Where are you gonna go next?
Well, do you have any tips for people who are looking for martial arts schools, or maybe who are in a school, just to understand what it is to really be in a good school and what it really, you know, how do you select a teacher?
Well, one good tip I would give to any martial artist is, and I notice for a lot of young martial artists, they think they could be running from one style here to another style here to another style here. You have to get grounded in a strong foundation.
Right.
So whatever style you study, spend some time in that style and get grounded. And then once you get grounded, then you could learn about different styles, but still stay within your system. And I find that a lot of people don't actually learn what they're supposed to learn before they start jumping around too much.
And if they understand the history of all the different styles that are there and get some idea of what it really is, they will see that everything started from one place. All of what we have are commercial parts of one starting point. And you know, if you do your history, you'll see that where you are is where you want to be, and you just stick to where you're gonna learn everything. Because whatever we're talking about that you're gonna take away from a program like this, you can get it anywhere. It's just about what you want to do to get it. It's not about jumping from this to this to this to this one.
So you're saying they all have the same ingredients? If it's an authentic program.
Right.
I'm going to say if it's an authentic program. Because
right. If it's a martial arts program with any authenticity, as you say,
right.
and have the whole historical things that you need to keep together behind it. All of them are coming
lineage of the teacher.
Lineage, you know, lineage of the teacher, lineage of the style itself, right. Where it started. You know, and just people need to go into it, get some background on what you're doing. Why is it done this way? Why wasn't it? Did it break off from where it was? Why is the core style a little bit different from what it's doing? And who is doing the core style? And why did they not change? All these questions need to be answered. But like everything else in life, if you're doing a degree, at the end of before you get that actual diploma or degree in your hand, you have to do a series of studies. And what that does, it tells you, shows you your character again. That means if you're going to be a scientist, you need to know before you leave school that this is what you're going to do, and you have to prepare a paper from your study to say, yes, I'm at the level of where I need to be. So it's the same thing. Before you can call yourself a master in any style, you must be able to articulate.
Yeah.
If you sit down, you must be able to write a program for your school, what you're going to do from the basic situation. A program should always be there in the back of your head to get your students to where they want to go.
No, you roadmap.
You know, and it's not yours. It must be a program that was from
Right.
0 time that you're just putting into place. Over the years, it just keeps repeating itself because you're not reinventing the wheel. It's just a cycle of events that continues. People die, people pass it on, and it keeps going and going and going and going and going.
But it's also important that you know at a certain point what you want. Because at a certain point in my martial arts training and fighting, I knew what I wanted. And I kept on searching, going to different schools and stuff, and I didn't see what I
I understand.
So there's a point where you're going to reach in your martial arts studies that you know what you want, especially if you are a hardcore fighter or trainer, and you're going to have to look for it. You can't find it one place waiting for you. You got to search and find the person that you think can give it to you, or else you're going to be bouncing from place to place.
And one of the higher level of thought is not every instructor is a trainer, not every trainer is an instructor. And to go even further, an instructor and a trainer is not necessarily a good teacher.
Right. Well, I always say there's people, there's performers and there's teachers. And just because the person can perform does not mean that they're interested in any way in getting you to be able to learn how to do what they can do. Sometimes just the opposite. They love being the only person. So, thank you, gentlemen, once again.
Thank you so much.
Woos. Pleasure.